Okay, loaded into round 3 against Gone Fishin'. I can play Grove Matriarch, but I think it's better to play Plunder Imp. It's just a little stronger. And I'm playing in the center lane so I can kill Sky Glider. I don't like my opponent letting my opponents dictate the terms of a trade. So if I can put my cards in the middle, that way he can't. If he has Sky Glider, he can't just play it and then move his creature later and like Battle Suited or Twin Strength it or something. That's not what I'm about. Rot Fiend is fine because I mean it's not great, but my best play is probably Sharkwalker Gloomreaper Witch. So that at least kills the Rot Fiend. Leaves me with a 10/10, which does compete with his other Rot Fiend. Yeah, my other plays are just not good. Like this does open me up to Blightwalker, Great Pact, any number of cards, but like I think it's way better than just playing 2 5/5s. Now I can play Harbinger or Otherwolves and ignore the Rot Fiend for just a little while longer. I think that'll end up being good for me. I don't know how good Gloomreaper Witch is actually going to be against him. I'm assuming he's Utera because honestly, why wouldn't you be Utera in this draft pool? Utera's just too strong. That's a good block. Thankfully not a Blightwalker, so he has to block it again if he wants to save 10 damage. Brut's pretty strong. I think I'm just gonna jam Harbinger in the side lane, then play Otherwolves post combat because I don't want to block the Rot Fiend on my turn because it's just a chump. Chumping's better on their turn because if they have a pump spell, you don't want to just run into it. That's actually pretty good blocks. Blocking the Abyssal Brute's really nice. Plus, this way it gives him a choice. He either has to go to combat, and then if he goes to combat, his Abyssal Brute dies, so he can't play anything over the Rot Fiend. But the Etherwolves dies. So it's whether he values the Etherwolves versus playing a bigger creature in that lane with the Abyssal Brute. Because if he goes to combat, he kills my wolf, but this is only 1 power now, which is not very good. Okay, so I'm probably going to play Spring Dryad and Metamorphosis as my Otherwolves. This levels up my removal spell, which hits a lot of his creatures. And it gives me a 9/9, which is super nice. So very... you won't see me using this often on my own creatures, but at the end of rank 1, or at the end of rank 2, that's where it really shines. Or at the end of rank 1, I guess, yeah. So I'm going to play Spring Dryad. I thought it would be a lot less power than that. That's fine. We'll just play Spring Dryad, go to combat, hit him for 5. And then play Metamorphosis, pump both of my creatures. This is the best part about it. It pumps all my Dryads right here, all my Spring creatures. Because he gets +2/+2 and +1/+1 from that guy. And when it comes back into play, when it hatches, it gets a couple of bonuses. And he's still in rank 1, so it's going to be hard for him to deal with these cards. I can block the Rot Fiend with Grove Matriarch, and then play either my own Rot Fiend or just another Grove Matriarch. It depends on how he blocks my creatures, I think. Do we know his second faction yet? I don't think he's played anything other than anything other than Necromancer cards. My game's frozen because I looked at the game log. So there's a Blightwalker. So he does have Blightwalker, which is really good against my deck because I've got a billion Spring Dryad type effects. Feywing is really strong. That card is okay here. Feywing makes it kind of awkward. Though I do have to block really strangely. So like I have to put a card here and put a card here if I want to block the poison damage. Or I could just put 2 Grove Matriarchs here and just take 1 poison, which will probably do, we're at rank 2, it'll probably do like 10 damage to me. Maybe 20, maybe not 20, jeez. Or I could just play with, yeah, I don't even have to stretch that much because I just play one, sorry, for some reason I thought this card had Summoning Sickness. So I just play Grove Matriarch here, go to combat, kills both of his bees. And then I can play Grove Matriarch here, and he'd have to kill one of my creatures to get in with his bee. I wonder if Stinging Invocation was actually the best play there. Because I had a lot of big creatures on the board. It was actually pretty likely to fail. I don't know. It's possible that was just like what he had in his hand. Maybe he just had like 4 Sumin frauds. I've definitely been there. I don't think I've drawn Saruman in like rank 1 this entire draft. Well, I know I haven't, because yeah, I would have played it. I usually draw it somewhere in rank 4. I'm just like, oh, hey, look at this card. I remember first picking this. It's pretty good, right? Yeah, it's pretty good. Damaging the Feywing, very good. I assume he's blocking the Spring Dryad just because it's got the 6 toughness. He can block with a 5-power creature and it would die. Though he's at rank 2 now. He can play. He's got Blightwalker. He's got. Well, I know he's Utera now. Probably Great Fact. I don't know. He hasn't played any Utera cards, which are the best scaling ones. The only cards he's played that is just a billion Zithian Rotfiends. Okay, he's running out of time here. Oh, so he does have the Great Fact. He Great Facted my 8/6 though. Does he truly not have a? Okay, that's. I guess that was his turn. It's kind of weird. I'm just gonna play Evan's Gold Knight and Gloomreaper Witch. Oh no, I can't give my Grove Matriarch armor now. So Gloomreaper or Evan's Gold Knight, Gloomreaper. Gloomreaper's not gonna kill anything. Oh, it doesn't even let you target your own creatures. Okay, good, even better. I can't play Crusher just as an 8/8. I know he has a Blightwalker, so I'm not gonna Voltron it just yet. I can just play Shard Cluster as a pure 8/8 and see. He still has to deal with the rest of my board. And filling my lanes is really good because he has a Stinging Invocation. This I know. I think I jam a Zithian Rotfiend in front of that. 9 damage doesn't quite bring it down to low enough to kill, but it's really close. Okay, is this zombie? I'll just throw Sharkclaw Crusher in front of that. I don't want to replace my Seedling just to play a Sharkclaw Crusher. Or just to play Sharkclaw Crusher in an empty lane. Okay, so I drew my Harbinger and a Plunder Imp. I can play either where the Seedling dies and then play another one somewhere else. I guess it just depends on what he's doing. If he has a Group Meal, that's not enough damage. Visible pretty good. Definitely want to block that with Plunder Imp. And I'll probably just play the Harbinger. Oh, okay. How do I want to do this? I think I just get in for 5 here, right? And then play Harbinger in an empty lane? Like, Plunder Imp here to kill his Brute, because it's really important to kill his Brute. See his hand. He doesn't have 3 creatures for a raid, so I'm not too concerned about Hive Empress. I'll just take Rogue Matriarch, and then play Harbinger. Stinging Invocation, not an option, because it doesn't do anything on this board. I did draw the level 2 Spring Dryad, but that's fine. Level 3 Gloomreaper Witch doesn't hit anything. It's 7 or less attack, which means it can hit a bunch of level 1 creatures. Maybe some level 2 creatures if they're really weak, but likely not. It kills his Morale Symbiote, I guess. Okay, so those trade. And then we can play... Probably getting +1/+. Oh, group Meal, that's pretty good. Those don't even trade now. Nice. Save 2 of his creatures here. It's really good, actually. Now what I do is play Grave Matriarch here, which pumps my creature, my Harbinger, and I kill his Neurali Symbiote with the Gloomreaper Witch. So this is a little bigger now, not huge, but somewhat big. I can kill any of his level 2 creatures with Metamorphosis, and then play a Sharkclaw Crusher, because it's like the best cards in my hand. Or Rotfiend's actually pretty good. Though, actually, if I'm going to level a creature, yeah, it should be Rotfiend. Rotfiend in front of Frankenbaum, I think is the best. Okay, there's another Symbiote. Can't kill that with Metamorphosis because it's not level 2. I'm assuming he's going to block this Gloomreaper Witch. Oh, he just Vyrix embraces it? Okay. I think I will cast Metamorphosis just on his Dr. Frankenbaum. Just because I want to level this card. I think it's pretty important if he's got level 3 Abyssal Brutes and such in his deck. And then I'll just jam a Rotfiend down in front of it. Right? Rotfiend? Rotfiend or Crusher? He's got a Blightwalker. Rot Fiend actually levels really well, though. I don't have anything to kill this Gnarly Symbiote, right? Just like... I guess Plunder Imp does the job. Yeah, I can just jam a Plunder Imp in front of it, which kind of sucks, because Plunder Imp is my biggest creature, other than Spring Dread, which takes a long time to get going. That's the weakness of Spring Dread. It doesn't have very many weaknesses, but if you can't play it in like the first few turns, like if you have to be blocking with it, it's really, really bad. There's a Blightwalker. I can just take 3 from that thing. I'm probably just gonna take 20 from this Rot Fiend. I want to play my level 3 creatures in empty lands, or rather, block with Plunder up here and then see where the next one goes. Because Sharklaw Crusher doesn't kill his Rot Fiend. It's 1 away from killing it. It's 12 plus 5 is only 17. Scourge Knight's okay. His hand is actually pretty good. I could play Sting Invocation and hope for bees. Is that actually good? Is it better than Crusher? Is the question I guess I should be asking. Probably not better than Crusher. Because Crusher kills Blightwalker. Bees doesn't really do anything here. It might block the Rot Fiend, which is really good, but that's kind of all it does. Doesn't look like I'm killing this Rot Fiend anytime soon. I can play the Spring Dread and block with Sarabane, or actually probably block with Spring Dread, honestly. Another Sting Invocation? He has 2. And he didn't play one on turn 1? It's very interesting. Sting Invocation does not really matter right now. It's only 1 damage. This thing's dealing 20 to me. It's far more important. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna play Sarah Maiden and block his Abyssal Brute, but then I'm taking so much damage from this Rot Fiend. I guess that's just what I'm doing. I should have played Spring Dread first. Whoops. It's definitely a mistake. I missed 2 damage there. Though at least this thing only hits me for 19 now. Yeah, that's actually really important because the 2 damage is really important there. Well, at least I drew a bunch of garbage, so... I'm assuming he just hits me for 2 poison here and puts like a, 8 turn clock on me? Yeah, I don't know how I get out of this one. I can kill his Deep Branch Prowler with my Sara Maiden, but then I'm not really doing anything else. Pretty sure the Deep Branch Prowler does more damage than the bees. Another Sting Invocation? That's just a block though. And I don't really mind that one. I don't think. It does kill my creature. So this should be alive, but it isn't because I'm garbage. Kill that. I need to hit him up. I need to hit him with this Spring Dread, I think, is the only way I can win. I don't know how I'm doing that yet, because I'm going to 11 here, then it's 8 on my turn, then a bunch more on my turn. Like 4, he hits me down to what, 10 here with 4 poison, then I have 1 turn to kill him, right? Because I go to 8 on my turn, or rather, I go to 6 on my turn, then I have to kill him. I'm not doing 54 damage next turn. Yeah, we're just dead. Well, I tried my best. It's quite a disappointing draft, but it actually works out well for me since it was like the last game I was going to be able to play anyway. I would have had to shelve this for tomorrow, but luckily I lost, so now I can run and do my errands and leave town. And I won't have to worry about coming back to a draft like several days later. So sweet. This is what, 1-2? Pretty bad record. My deck wasn't great, to be honest. Do I regret taking the Heroic over the Harbinger? I probably should have dedicated myself to one of those plans, because I'm going to go for 7 wins, take the Harbinger, right? Yeah. And then then I picked a bunch of Heroics, like Sigmund Fraud, just over and over and over and over again. I'm like, wait, didn't I say I was going to win? Oh well, whatever. We'll just keep picking Sigmund Frauds. These are just 5,000 silver apiece, because I have like 1 billion of those. Okay, but yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. Appreciate it, and I'll see y'all for the next one.